Clipper Nation, you can go ahead and finally breathe because Summer League is officially in the books for the 2026 season. And let's go ahead and break down and talk about what did we really learn from the Summer League this year. What's up, Clipper Nation? Welcome to Clippers Covered. Thank you for watching. I'm your friendly neighborhood host, Kyle Archer. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. Comment down below. And let's talk about anything you want to talk about that we may or may not have covered in today's episode. Let's get right into it. Summer League is officially in the books with the Minnesota Timberwolves loss and your Clippers dub 128-120. I did not get the chance to watch this game. I have a couple things that I do on the weekends. I'm a on-field MC and a host for a couple teams, soccer team, Pittsburgh Riverhounds, and also an Ultimate Frisbee team, and I was booked. My full-time job, I had to do a couple other things. So unfortunately, I did not get to watch this game live. But, obviously I saw the highlights, looked up all the stats, and really dove into it as far as that. I also apologize for kind of getting this to you a little bit late. Like I said, it was a pretty busy weekend for me, and I really just didn't get a chance to upload. So here we are. So thanks for tuning in. So let's go ahead and talk about our number one prospect, Keaton Wagler, 5th pick overall in the NBA lottery draft. Thank God. Thank God. And I hope I talk for the entire Clipper Nation. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but holy guacamole, fee you. This man has shown so much growth just in technically 4 out of 5 games, but just in this Summer League appearance. Absolutely going off in this last game. He went from an abysmal start against the Sacramento Kings to playing, let me get the actual stats here, to playing 28 minutes, hitting 26 points, 9 for 19 from the field, 2 for 7 from the 3, 4 for 5 from the free throw, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, did have 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block. I don't want to say that this was his breakout game, but this was his foundational game, and I'm just relieved. Relieved is the word that I'm feeling, and relieved is the word that I hope that everyone in Clipper Nation is feeling watching his performance. You felt like he finally found his game, found his rhythm, found his flow. And this is something that I expect to see translate whenever it goes to camps and whenever it goes to, the next step, whenever it goes to preseason. As far as Keaton Wagler goes, I do want to make this nice, bold prediction. It's not really that bold, but I think that this is exactly what we're going to see whenever it comes to the regular season. I do think that he's going to start. I think that he's going to be a starting player. I won't be disappointed, but I will be a little shocked if I see him coming off of the bench. I do think he should start off of the bench. I think that we want to see him not put too much pressure on himself and fold fast right from the jump. But we're kind of in a why not situation. So why not throw him in the fire? But there's supporting cast for him that he has, obviously. So I think that if he starts, I'm all in. If he comes off the bench, I'm also all in. But I do believe that he's actually going to start. Anyways, back to my original point, I fully believe that what we saw from the Sacramento Kings all the way to the Minnesota Timberwolves and how Keaton Wagler was playing, that's exactly what we're going to see. I think that we're going to see a little bit of a slower start, slower pacing, kind of getting bullied and pushed around a little bit. He needs to understand the tempo and the flow of NBA basketball going up against these guys that have been playing in the league for 10 plus seasons. So obviously preseason, we're going to get a really good look at what he's going to look like against just regular NBA opponents. And that's just the next step that I'm looking forward to. Obviously, Clipper Nation, you're looking forward to it. And to see if he continues to show us that he is the guy that we want him and need him to be for the Clippers franchise. So I'm really overall happy and just generally proud of Keaton Wagler's growth, at least in the Summer League. That being said, other prospects, has Darius Akep been playing better? Yeah, he has. I'll be honest. Keaton Wagler, though, I think he's learned so much just within the 4 games that he played. And that gives me confidence that this is a prospect and a pick that we did right as an organization. I went into this a little skeptical, especially after the first game, but I didn't want to jump to conclusions. I still don't want to jump to conclusions, but there is hope whenever we see Keaton Wagler and as he's going to transition into the NBA season. It's going to be a long season for Keaton Wagler. It's going to be a long season for us. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but I hope that the overall trajectory is just going to go north, and that's all that we can ask for. Stock Up, who looked great through and through, and in my prediction, I said that this player was going to be kind of the guy that was going to surprise and shock Summer League. I was right. I didn't realize it was going to be to this caliber. Sean Pedulla. You're the man. I still don't get it. I talked about this in this last video, and still to this day, I don't understand how a shifty 6'1", buck 95 can get around and get as much as he can. He got another double-double, back-to-back double-doubles for Sean Pedulla. Yes, and please, cha-ching. Let's see here. 30 minutes, the most minutes for the Clippers by 2 minutes, beating Nick Martinelli just by 1 minute, so woo. But 30 minutes, 24 points, 2 less than Keaton Wagler, leading scorer for the game. 8 for 15 from the field, 5 for 9 from the 3, a sniper, and 2 for 2 from the free throw. Here's where it gets awesome. This is why I'm pumped for Sean Pedulla, and this is what I hope to see. 5 boards, 11 assists. That's for the double-double action. He did have 3 turnovers, but 6 steals. Pickpocketing. He's coming at you. You'll never see it coming. 6 steals. If you give me 6 steals, you can have 3 turnovers. That's fine. Sean Pedulla, I want to see him coming off the bench. Right now, and I want to make sure that I'm getting this right, Sean Pedulla already signed to a 2-year, 2-way contract. Development continues in San Diego. But I want to see him coming off the bench. I want to see what he can do coming off the bench. I believe he has crazy potential coming off the bench. I don't think that he's a starter caliber, but Sean Pedulla, I think, shocked Clipper Nation. I think whenever he kind of went into this, a little bit slept on because I think that we knew what we were going to get from him. But wow, did he just popped off. He blew up, and that's all that you could really say. He was all around, just shows flashy playmaking decisions, and I think that he might have been the best player to understand court vision and see it. I think he saw the play before it was developing and as it was developing to make the right decision. He wasn't forcing any shots. He wasn't forcing any plays. He found the open man, and whenever he was hitting his shots, he found his spots and would make the right decisions. I actually really, really enjoyed watching Sean Pedulla on the court, and I really hope that we see more of him coming off the bench kind of in the upcoming season. So I'm excited to see his stock go up. Obviously, Bob Miller earned a 4-year, $9.61 million rookie contract. Looked a lot better. He looked great throughout Summer League, and I won't talk too much on him, but very excited to see his development and growth continue down the line. And Nick Martinelli, kind of same thing. Dude's a dog. I'm pumped about Nick Martinelli. 2-year, 2-way contract. One of the, I believe, biggest winners of the Summer League, too. Obviously, we didn't see Kobe Sanders play in this last game. Kobe Sanders, I'll still give him the MVP rocket. But I got to say, Nick Martinelli is kind of right up there with that MVP race as far as Clipper Nation goes for Clipper Summer League. He put on a clinic every single game, and I don't think that we had minutes kind of come from him where he wasn't giving it all. He was all over defense, making the right calls, making the right plays, getting around screens. He never really looked lost. He always looked like he was in control of what he was doing, where he was going, and where the ball was going. Even off-ball kind of rotations, he was there. He knew what he was doing, and that's he's definitely somebody that I'm excited for. I know that he's going to kind of continue development in San Diego, kind of on the Clippers' radar, but he's somebody that I think he's going to get probably some garbage time minutes here and there. I hope that transcends into something bigger and better. I am a huge fan of Nick Martinelli, and I hope that we see greatness from him. The last person that I do want to talk about and touch upon is Norchad Omir. Omier, oh my, is what I got. Let me get you his stats real quick from just game 5, because it's kind of insane. And where you at? There you are. Norchad Omir, 26 minutes, 20 points, 8 for 10 from the field, 2 for 2 from the 3. So that's 10 for 12 all around. 1 for 1 from the free throw. 15 boards. 15 boards. Let that sink in. 5 assists, 1 turnover. Again, if you're getting us 15 boards, I'll let you have a turnover. That's fine. You can have 2 turnovers. I hope you didn't hear that. And 1 steal. 12 defensive rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds. So if we look at that alone, Clipper Nation, I brought up this before. Where's our biggest hole in our scheme and rotation and starting lineups? It's on the glass. We know what we're looking at, and we know what we need help with. Norchad Omir, I think, is maybe not the complete answer to what we're looking for, because I think that he still has some development to do. Obviously, these aren't all NBA players. Some of them are going straight to the G League. Some of them aren't getting signed. Some of them we'll never see again. So I understand that. This is Summer League. It's a different world. It's a different rule. But I believe that he is somebody that can fall into that and develop at the big man down low. So he is leaving Summer League without a Clippers contract as of right now. He is an unrestricted free agent. So I am hoping that no other team really buys into him before we do. I think this is somebody that we can hold on to and give him a couple minutes whenever it comes to the full show and see what happens. Like I said, we're in the why not season. We are in the try it out. We're rebuilding, we're reanalyzing, we're retooling. So this is the perfect opportunity to see if this can be a guy that we can put more money and faith into. I think he can be. I'm an optimistic guy, and I get that. But I do really love what I saw, especially on the glass, what we saw against Norchad Omir. I think that he's a defensive powerhouse, too. And he can shoot. He can shoot. I think we got a two-way player here. I do. And that's something that I'm really looking for, at least for the big man down low. We need that. And like I said, maybe the answer, maybe not. Let's give him a shot. What we learned, this is pretty simple. We learned that we're going to be okay. We learned that everything's going to be all right. Sunshine and rainbows the rest of the way for this season. We're going to be above 500. Kidding. I don't know. I really actually have no idea. I'd like to say that we're going to be at that 500 winning season template that we've been at for so many seasons. I mean, it's been, believe it or not, winning Clipper culture for a long time. I mean, really ever since Kawhi's kind of been around, even before that too. So is this going to be the first year where we go below 500? If so, that's fine. And I think that's something that Clipper Nation is ready for. We don't want it to happen. Nobody wants their team to go below 500, but I think that we're ready. I'm ready for it. If we get past that, that's good, because then that means that next season, everybody that's going to be coming back for that year, we have on one season under their belt, we have growth, and we know what to do. We're going to be smarter. We're going to understand what we need to do, and what we learned really is that we're going to be okay. The future is bright. It's looking good. It really is. If we can develop these players and get them in the right minutes and get them in the right rotations, and this is really just whenever it falls onto Ty Lue. It's Ty Lue's time now. Ty Lue time. For real though, like, it's up to him now to make those rotations and to make the who's on the court work. That's another video that we're going to get into eventually. I could talk about that right now. I'm not going to. That's called tease and deliver. But it really is Ty Lue time now. And that's what we learned. We learned that Keaton Wagler is looking to be the potential person that we assumed and hoped for. Bobby Miller, Nick, going to be great. Sean Pedulla, hope he's coming. Norchad Omir, going to be doing great. Looking ahead, we're going to be going into a little bit of a gap. Got some more free agency hope coming at us. Got a few more weeks of that action. Couple names out there that have been shopping around. Obviously, we've talked about Peyton Watson before. I hope we close that deal. Kawhi Leonard, I hope we finish and close that and send him on his way. We have a lot of good things that we're looking forward to really in the remainder of this offseason before training camps start, before preseason goes, and before we know it, we'll have that NBA schedule out, and we're going to be ready for the season. It's going to be an interesting one, and I am most positive about going into this season compared to really any other one since kind of that 2019 run. I love that 2019 team. And every season from there just felt like, oh, this is probably going to be the year. This is going to be it. We're going to go all the way. And it was just false hope. It was false hope, man. Which is hard. It's hard to swallow and it's hard to be in that world. But this team and this franchise and the direction that it's going, it's not false hope. It's not, because you know we're not a playoff caliber team. You know that. But there's a chance that we could fall into a play-in spot. Things click right. We could make a run. And I'm not saying we're going to the chip. We are not. I'm saying that we are not going to win. But I've said it before. I want one series. I know we're like a one-and-done team through and through. But this is a different kind of first-round exit team that I kind of hope to be at. Because I need these guys to get some playoff experience, because I want them to be there in a greater push in 2 or 3 years, 5 years down the line. That's what I want, and that's the hope that I bring to this upcoming season and looking ahead. That's all I got for you on today's episode. Summer League season, this is a great run, and this is a really important and pivotal Summer League season for the future of this franchise, and it's looking great. And I couldn't be more proud to call myself a Clippers fan in this upcoming 26-27 season. Really looking forward to see what Ty Lue brings to the table. Going to have a breakdown of so much more coming up in the next few weeks and next few months. So thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm your friendly neighborhood host, Kyle Archer. This is Clippers Covered. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want to talk about, what you want to hear about, and what we can talk about in the future. With that being said, you know it. Here we are. For Clippers Covered content all around, this is where to go. That being said, I'm your host, Kyle Archer, and let's go, Clippers.